Hello, everybody. Welcome on back. And holy crap, thank you so much for those subs, for the gift subs from Ku5ogrande Bowie and Yelenazal. You are all so awesome, seriously. Helping to keep the stream running and give out gifts, it is definitely super helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, let me see. I think I need to run this real quick. I need to run my macro to update stuff. And I think we are ready to go on to the final game of the day. What could it be? Well, you know what? You all know him. Y'all fear him. And you all probably get told how much time you have left in the match from him, because we've got Cadis choosing the game for today. Pallid Mask Priest, thank you as well for the sub there. Oh, you are awesome. Yeah, Cadis is the arbiter when it comes to video games. At least I think he is. Well, you know, we may have somebody else come and join. Cadis usually doesn't do voice, so if one of the other GMs comes and joins, that'll be cool. What game do we have, though? This one I actually don't recognize at all, so let me go ahead and open this up right now. Deep Shock, yeah, I'd love for you to hop on back in the future. You're always welcome. Hello, Corndan. Hello, Faizu.
Hi, we're replacement Kate today.
Yeah.
We are Deputy Kate. The two of us combined roughly amount to one Kate.
I am Deputy Kate. Brosentia's Deputy Quarantine. I have no idea where Faizu fits in.
I'll just remain myself, I think.
Wait, why am I Deputy Corndan? Who's my deputy?
That's how the quote goes.
Well, we're pretty sure, you know, you don't need a deputy.
What does that mean?
Take that however you will.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know, that almost puts me in the jester position. I'm not a jester. Whatever. What game did Cadis give us, Deputy Cadis's? Kati?
Hell if I know, I can't pronounce it, but it's some marble game for the MSX.
It appears to be pronounced Xyzolog or something along those lines.
Xyzolog. It's this game. Apparently we're getting a game with the spheres.
The letters on that box art are apparently XYXOLOG.
XY, yeah, I don't know.
So goes the legend.
XYZOLOG. I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, same.
But whatever.
We will continue to mispronounce it throughout.
So it will be that marble game, or that orb game. It appears to be sort of 3D, and there are orbs, which means Cadis had to give it up.
I mean, yeah, Cadis did say Okami is in this match, so it was just the right thing to do, you know? I love it so much. I love it. And you know what I love more than it?
Me?
Sure.
Well, I know, definitely me, because somebody else has to be an idiot within like 5 hours a week.
Oh my gosh, people here, they're fighting over me. This is so cute. Aw, I love it. I'm also really tired right now. If you haven't been able to notice. Oh my gosh, okay. So I am currently getting stuff set up and messing it all up as I go, which is about par for the course. So talk to me a little bit.
Don't you have a thing that like does it all for you now? You were going on about that yesterday.
I do.
Did you break it?
Well, I accidentally didn't save. No, it's okay.
Sorry,
I almost have it set
I'm
back.
laughing in pity.
Yeah, sure you are.
Because I've definitely done that before.
My name's Corndan. I'm gonna laugh in your face. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey,
yeah.
Are you glad I'm laughing at your face and instead of behind your back?
Sure.
I'm gonna do both, actually. Hang on.
Does anybody know who's doing audio for us, by the way? That would help.
Melos is.
Melos is. Are they all he, him for pronouns?
Yes.
Or? Thank you. Corndan, this is why you are cool.
I mean, because I can read Discord?
I'm trying to set up. I don't have time to read stuff. I don't have time to read stuff.
You didn't read the lore either.
I'm the one who asks that question, tried to get all of that set up, and Corn Dan gets all the credit for being able to read it.
Good job, Corn. Good job. Nah, honestly, welcome to life. It's fun. I think I actually have most of that part set up because guess what? I was able to get it set up. I'm so tired.
Well done,
I really wonder. I might have accidentally taken a double dose of my ADHD meds.
You may have mentioned that, yes.
I may have. I don't know if I did, but I may have.
No, you definitely did.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure.
Why?
Because I remember you saying it.
Well, no, I said that I might have.
I then... Yes, exactly. You said that you might have.
Yeah, but did I?
I don't know if you did, but you
said
definitely
I
say
did.
You might have. I said you did say you might have.
I think you said I did.
I said that you did say that... I did say that you did say that you might have.
Look, we know that you know that we know that you may or may not have taken this.
Whatever. Okay, so here's the deal. When you have ADHD and you take the meds, for normal people who don't have ADHD, they really make you hyper. For people who do have ADHD, it kind of doesn't work that way, and oftentimes it's the opposite. And so me possibly being tired might make sense.
I mean, I'm tired, but that's because I haven't napped today, and that's terrible.
Oh, I want a nap. Can I nap during the game?
No.
No! Faizu!
You have to be here to host. Look, it's your channel. You have to do this. I'm sorry. You won't let me steal Ku5ogrande, so...
Well, will you give me a cookie, then?
You can have a cookie.
Oh, okay.
You can have a cookie.
That's
Oreo,
kind of
those
you.
kind of cookies.
Oh, actually, I've got Oreos downstairs. Never mind, I don't need your cookie.
All right, fine.
Yeah, go stick it up your nose.
I offer you... No, I don't put anything up your nose.
Except for the Faizu's cookie.
Don't put my cookies up your nose.
You heard him, chat. Oh, you heard him say don't do it. Well, guess what? Don't obey him. He's not your boss.
I am absolutely everyone's boss.
Ah, crap. I guess I had it wrong then.
I swear we were going somewhere with this conversation before we derailed it into semantics and linguistics.
Well,
We've never gone anywhere with this conversation.
No, this was not a conversation. It was barely even talking to begin with. Come on. Okay.
This is what happens when we wind up with the fourth match of Ku5ogrande on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm so tired, but it's okay. I've got the perfect thing to wake me up, and it's Xyzolog, the video game that Ku5ogrande chose for us. Yeah, as far as I can tell, that's how you say it.
See, my problem with this game is that I played it extensively, and I think it's a good game.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's a good game, but it's fun.
I like it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I don't think it's a good game.
If I'm not mistaken, Ku5ogrande chose this because of some of our players. I mean, look, we've got Lightyear, Novasol, Melos, and Okami of Games, who is a little bit too obsessed with Orb 3D.
Yeah, this is a fitting game for Okami, and this is also a fitting game if you're trying to pick something that's definitely not going to get vetoed.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, who plays Xyzolog? Who plays it? You do?
Me, Corn Dan, and Katus, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably 2 people more than originally played it.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay, I think we are ready to go. I'm checking to see if they are set. Everybody get all of your orbs together. All of them. Put them in a basket. And get ready. Okay, Melis is ready. Lightyear, Okami, and Novasol is ready. Spam your orbs. Yeah, do it, chat, please. Okay, Bubsy is not an orb. Oh my gosh, Kefka, one of these days you're gonna receive the Karo Z treatment.
Don't tempt me. I love banning people.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Yuge. Thank you, Deep Shock, for the subs, and let's get rolling. The year-long timeout, yeah. You've only got 100 years to be timed out. Okay, here we go. Ready, Freddy. Okay. We're off
So this is a video game.
Yeah, I like those.
So if you imagine if the point of Marble Madness was to run over red squares, welcome to this game.
And if you could spend a life to self-destruct and hopefully destroy the enemy things around you, which I actually think is kind of a neat mechanic.
In a parallel universe, where orbs have gone rogue, where the color red is now a color of hatred, we have Xyzolog. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it right, okay? I'm trying is too difficult right now.
I'm probably just going to pronounce it differently every single time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I think this is okay. It controls worse than you would think looking at it, because everything is ramps pretty much, and the orb that you play as has massive amounts of inertia. So trying to go up or down hills is something you need to do very, very carefully. The enemies are jerks, and some of the levels are absolutely horrendous. Despite all of this, I think it's a pretty well-assembled and entertaining game.
Yeah, they definitely assembled it.
I definitely think the best way to describe it is top-down Marble Madness. So if you've ever played Marble Madness and know how much of a butt that marble is to control, right, just the way you want it, imagine that with a top-down view, where it's not always quite as clear which ramps are going which direction.
Yes, a few of the later levels in particular, it is really, really difficult to tell some of the ramp directions. Thanks, game.
Yes, Chad is asking, grade is your level.
Yes.
Aha!
I do like the self-destructing though. I genuinely think that's a really cool risk-reward mechanic, because you have no guarantee that it's going to kill anything around you, but and as we just saw on Novasol's screen, the self-destruct did not kill the enemy that was right next to them, so they actually lost 2 lives for that.
Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say the audio isn't the most interesting to me. Like,
no.
But at the same time, the
Not
gameplay is fairly fascinating. I love Marble Madness, okay?
Oh, Marble Madness is great.
And, like, I think of other sort of momentum games. What is it? Spin Dizzy for the Super Nintendo. I love that game, even if I think I made someone rage quit because of that one time. But I love it. Or at the very least, they forgot to bind the run button, which is absolutely required in order to beat some of the levels. So that was great.
I want to point out that when we talk about rage quits for Ku5ogrande, you have somehow made more people rage quit than any of the other GMs, probably combined.
Yeah. In fairness, Bro has been doing this for a lot longer than any of the other GMs.
Yeah, combined. But it took a long time for anybody to rage quit, like a few years. Usually they have to have a few years of bad games before they lose it.
That's what I mean. You had 2 years. You had 2 years of... You talk, Condan. You talk.
Right. I'm saying Ku5ogrande 3, like, there were others of us around when we got the first rage quit, and it was Brocentra.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Bro had 2 years of experience before that point, building up to the rage quit.
I didn't rage quit. You made me.
I mean, I did genuinely worry for your sanity when you were playing Miracle Rapid.
I hate that game so much. Oh, by the way, Cadis actually sent me something. Cadis chose this game, and he sent me a little lore, if y'all want to know.
Well, tell us about the lore.
Also,
Please
thank
do,
you,
and
Kowal.
During the lore, try to pronounce the game name.
Okay, well, it never says the name of the game in there, so let me read it. You control the Xyzon. using joystick or cursor keys. The joystick must be MSX compatible. Only one fire button is required. The Xyzon is subject to the laws of gravity. Whilst it may be maneuvered around the screen in any direction, its actual path will be affected by any slopes encountered. I'm not sure this is lore. Oh, lore happens in a bit. Okay. You will also find that the Xyzon has inertia and will not respond to a change in control direction immediately. The object of the game is to devour the energy held in each Kuramzo on the screen. A fully charged Kuramzo glows red. When the Xyzon passes over one, its energy is transferred and the glow disappears. When all Kuramzos have been discharged, the player moves on to a new part of the planet's surface with a different pattern. The Diotum attempt to prevent the Xyzon from reaching all Kuramzos in a pattern. Contact with the Diotum is fatal to the Xyzon. The only form of defense available to the Xyzon is a release of lure energy. You may trigger cell division by pressing the cell division? What?
Yeah.
You
Sure,
may trigger cell division by pressing the fire button or spacebar as appropriate. The resultant devastation will be dependent on the energy charge held by the Xyzon. Cell division destroys the Xyzon, so be careful to maximize its effect. The Diotum will regenerate after a time. The game is over when all Xyzons are lost.
So that sounded kind of like someone's terrible draft for a science fiction novel.
Yeah. I have no idea what I just read, but yeah, there you go.
Read in the voice of probably like 4 characters out of the Demon Rush.
Wow. I'm actually offended.
Okami is doing really, really well, and we're also seeing some of the nastier levels, like the one that Melos is on right now, assuming I'm not buffering hugely, is kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Actually, everybody, Corndan and I have a show on Tuesdays. If you're interested in joining and playing a random game that, may or may not be good, and keeping us entertained, we'd love to have you. Join us for Don't Make Us Bored. We give each other a hard time all the time, so...
Random in that you can play whatever you want, not that we're going to give you a game and be like, play this for our amusement. That's what Ku5ogrande is for.
Yeah, Ku5ogrande is for us torturing you, and Don't Make Us Bored is for you entertaining us. So there we go. So apparently we're cells in this game.
We don't know.
And well, you can divide.
We can do cell division to explode and destroy whatever the other things were called.
How does cell division cause you to die? That's like the opposite of what it's supposed to do.
Massive amount of
catastrophic
energy release. I really don't know.
Hey everybody, let's go ahead and learn biology. So y'all got cells, and you got a button. You push the button, bam, you blow up. That's biology. Thank you, Prosentia. Bye.
Thanks, Prosentia.
Yeah, sure.
That sounded like a Utah fact to me.
It is biology, after all.
Utah science fact. Okay.
I'm pretty sure this whole thing needs to be narrated by Steven.
Oh my gosh.
I'd watch this.
Wait. Or do you mean that one guy who... I don't think it was Steven.
Okami is on level 20. Level 20 is, if memory serves, the final level, prior to the game looping and getting more difficult.
Come on, divide! Yes! I mean, that's essentially, if you're gonna get cornered and die, you might as well explode.
Well, that depends, because if you're gonna get cornered and die and you explode, but you don't kill the thing that was about to kill you, you'll actually lose 2 lives instead of 1. Because you'll lose a life when you explode, and then it'll kill you.
Well, then wait until it's right up in your grill.
That's the thing, I like that risk-reward mechanic.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, Okami on to the next loop here, grade 21.
Yeah, and now there will be, I think, an additional enemy on each level. The way that the enemies work kind of varies. Some of them mirror your control movements, some of them follow you around, and some of them just kind of amble about aimlessly.
By the way, everybody playing in this match has 27 or 30 points. So because of that, 3 for sure will be moving on to the bracket. 1 might move on to the bracket or might end up in a tiebreaker situation. Like, it's a little bit unsure what's going to happen to the person who takes 4th place. They may still be in it, they may not, depending on how other people do.
And it depends on which person, right, gets 4th.
Yep.
Because if Okami gets not 4th, all 4 people here move on to brackets.
Okay, but if Okami comes in 4th, then that means Okami could enter a tiebreaker based on the points that he has.
Okami has a sizable lead at the moment, but we are only 10 minutes in. On the other hand, Okami has 9 lives left. 8 lives left.
Yeah, so that's kind of
7.
fun. Pitting Okami against 3 30-point people. You know what? Okami deserves it on occasion.
I agree.
But at
It's
the
fine.
same time, he's destroying this game. He's doing really good.
I will say, though, that Mello seems to be catching up quite well. A little bit low on lives, but is approaching the 2nd loop. And that level, grade 19, is a nightmare of a level.
So, quick question.
Again,
How do you get extra lives? Is it at every level that you get an extra Xyzolog?
Think you get an extra one every level, yes.
Okay, that actually
it's been a-
makes it pretty practical.
It's been a few weeks since I played this, but yeah, that basically means you can afford to sell Divide once per level. But ideally, if you don't, then you'll build up a nice reserve of lives.
Yay. Oh my gosh, okay. Although, I see why Cadis chose this, because it definitely has sound effects similar to Orb 3D.
Much.
No, seriously, like, the music, totally getting Orb 3D vibes.
It definitely has audio. It's more coherent audio than the Demon Rush. So yeah, that's a mark of quality right there.
By the way, this
Also a
was...
mark of quality.
Ooh, Kowal might love this game. We'll have to find out one of these days. But yeah, this was made by a company called Compile over in Tokyo. This company also made stuff like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
So they've made several really, really good and mildly irritating games there.
Oh, yeah, as far as I can see. They made Load Runner for the MSX as well.
That's another one for the really good but mildly irritating.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they made the original Load Runner, but they definitely did that port of it. So yeah, they definitely started early with fun stuff. How about Godzilla for the Game Boy or MSX? They did a lot of MXS stuff, which makes sense since they put this game out.
I need to explore the MSX library a bit more, but I don't know if I can top myself after finding Alien 2.
Oh my gosh.
I think Aliens is probably the best. Right. The MSX library is real weird. It's either real bad or it's fairly decent. There's not a lot in between, but most of the real bad stuff is just like not trackable or not interesting.
I mean,
Yes.
this company did make a game called Alien Crush.
Is that a game where you have a crush on an alien? You have to try
I hope
and
it's
date
a
it.
dating sim.
That would be excellent. Well, it's an MSX game, so it's possible.
It looks like
Right.
it's actually a pinball game.
But then if you look at like move on to the MSX2 library, right? There's the problem with that is there's actually a lot of fairly good games.
Well, yeah.
Like Metal Gear 2, like the real Metal Gear 2, not the crap
Yes.
we got on the NES. And it's really good.
Yeah, it looks like they also made some RPGs for the MSX. That's kind of impressive. Mado Monogatari 123. I don't know what that is, but it's got some pretty cute art. Definitely looks anime-like, so if you like anime and The MSX, that might be for you.
I mean, the MSX, fortunately, if you're going to go diving through the MSX library, doesn't have some of the other Japanese computer game problems.
Oh, the Puyo characters come from that game.
Yeah. Monogatari.
Yeah.
I mean, so, fortunately for us, you don't have to play the game of is it porn, while going through the MSX library.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this company also made Legacy of the Wizard. I think the MSX version. So, like, it's fascinating to see all of these games that, like, I've heard about, and I've never even heard about this company. But that's because they worked mostly on the MSX.
That is the game I thought it was, Legacy of the Wizard. Yeah, that one, that's another game that is quite good, but really irritating. That seems to be their specialty.
Good, but irritating.
Yeah.
The things my mother told me. Good. Irritating.
I feel like that's an apt description of many of us.
Yeah. Yeah, Okami is up to grade 36. I didn't think they had that many grades in school.
Now, I only played this up to the point where it began to loop once, so I have no idea how many times this is going to loop. I guess we'll find out.
Probably an infinite amount of times.
I'm assuming it's either going to be an infinite amount or it's going to be up to 100.
I assume probably 255, actually.
I'm curious if it's how it'll work in terms of counting the grade at the bottom. Like, will it add an extra number to the right?
Or to the
left?
left?
We'll find out. Yeah, if it does it to the left, it's going to look weird.
It depends. Does this game go forever?
No idea. But we may actually find out today.
Yeah. I mean, considering that these enemies called... Oh, wait. The Deodums, they're pretty aggressive.
Every time you say that, I just think of duodenums.
Of what? I think you made that up.
Kind of.
No, the part of the intestine.
Gross. No, no.
Other games that Compile made that people may know are the Aleste series, which is top-down shoot 'em up that's really, really good.
Which series?
Aleste, Musha, Aleste, Super Aleste.
Don't think I know it, actually. I'm going to assume that it's good but irritating.
They're really good.
I will admit I'm very out of the shooter scene, so...
You might know it as Space Megaforce.
That name rings a bell. So that's something, at least.
Oh, geez. Apparently Melos wants this game to end. And I sort of understand. He's saying that his hands hurt. If you've ever played Marble Madness, or any other games that have momentum like this one, I know that it's really easy to push way too hard. In order to feel like the more that you press, the more you're going to move in a specific direction. It's just how our brains work. So even though technically that's not how it works, you're probably going to hurt your hands a little bit playing this. And so figuring out how to develop a way to still control and feel like you're in control without pushing too hard on the D-pad, that is important to keep going in this match.
Yeah, I'd never really thought of that before, but that is entirely true, and I catch myself doing that all the time when playing things like this. You just, like, even I played this with keyboard, and I was pushing down on the arrow keys really hard to try and make the ball go up a slope faster or something.
Yep, it's kind of funny that it's a mind game that you have to play with yourself in order to get past that, but it absolutely is.
So how is everyone else doing? Melos has had a game over, but is catching up really, really well at this point with 10 lives.
Yep. I think once you start getting a hang of the controls, the individual levels can go relatively quickly. Yeah, Okami is through 2 loops, by the way.
There is.
I don't know that Okami's going to make it a whole lot farther. You know, with the multiple enemies now.
Yeah, 6 levels on the first stage alone. If it manages to get through a couple of levels without losing a life, then you never know.
Yeah, honestly, you just need a couple good levels, and then you're relatively safe again.
Yes.
Just don't explode too much. There we go. Okami getting another level without having to explode. Or cell divide. Sorry, according to the lore.
But yeah, Melos has definitely got the hang of this, which is what I found when I played this. My first few attempts went horribly. And then I kind of picked up on how to play this, and after that, I pretty much finished the loop without losing much in the way of lives at all. And that seems to be roughly what Melos' experience is. And grade 17 with 12 lives.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, and Melos is kind of doing a pretty good job of it, sort of manipulations you can do.
Yes.
With the enemy AI.
There are the way that the enemies move. You kind of get a feel, an instinctive feel for how they move based on which buttons you're pushing, what direction you're moving, because they do, or some of them do, react to that, and you kind of get it down to a bit of instinct as how to deal with them.
Yeah, some of them seem to move in a fairly set pattern. So it definitely is kind of a puzzle game going on here that you got to figure out how to react to your own movements.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's gross. I just said that sentence out loud. You have to react to yourself. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Melos! Yeah, that one's going nuts. It wants it wants blood. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think there could be an interesting test of this where, right, like basically you could hit all of these, you know, through one loop, just like one sweeping motion and get everything and manipulate all of the AI exactly the way you want it.
Oh yeah.
You probably could. I think that it randomizes the location of the enemies every time you start, and I don't know if it randomizes the type as well. But yeah, I feel that if you had a rewind button or something, you could create a really impressive video of going through this.
Okay, there goes Okami. At the same time, you might be able to set up a playthrough where it doesn't matter about the randomness. You're still able to clear the game wherever the enemies respawn, depending on the movements that they have. I don't know.
Possibly.
It could be interesting.
I don't know either. I played this like 3 or 4 times. And as much as I enjoyed it, I didn't go into that much detail with it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say that if this had better music, I would like this game.
I do like this game. I think this game is actually pretty fun to play.
Well, I put on my own music then.
Yeah, you should put on your own
Play
music.
and listen to, like, I don't know, Beatles or something.
I mean, the audio is... This is not a game where the audio is crucial to your victory, I feel.
Oh, not at all. Yeah, Okami is on a grade 50 here.
The only advantage the audio could possibly give you, I think, is in telling you whether you have rolled over a pad correctly, or whatever the pads are called in the weird fake sci-fi terminology the lore uses. Because sometimes it's a little unclear if you've touched one, but the audio does cue you into that.
They're called Karamzo. The Karamzos.
We need to absorb energy from the Kronzos to destroy the duodenum. With cell division.
Yeah, remember, this is science fiction, everybody.
From the Xyzolog. I don't know if I'm remembering. Is it called the Xyzog?
Xyzon.
It's called the orb.
You're the Xyzon.
Xyzon.
Yeah.
It's called an orb.
You're an
Let's
orb.
be real.
Got you there. What are you gonna say? Are you an orb or are you not?
Got him.
Yeah, yeah.
just gonna cry and leave the call.
Oh no, Xyzolog, you're not orb-like at all.
What that just means is that we're going to hear about it on Tuesday when Xyzolog subjects us to more like bloody trains.
Oh my
like
gosh,
that.
what a game. Freaking bloody trains. Chat, just so you know, Xyzolog played a game called Bloody Trains on Don't Make Us Bored, and that was one of the strangest, surrealist, Russian games that I've ever seen.
I feel like it beats out Weird Dreams in terms of how utterly strange and incomprehensible it is.
Yes.
Like, Weird Dreams has a weird sense of internal consistency, at least. But
And Weird Dreams has a weird plot that you could go like, okay, if I sustain my belief in demons or whatever, like, I could see this.
yeah, I mean, Weird Dreams is basically, you know, the title is literally what it says. It's a coma dream, effectively. So there's kind of some internal logic there. Bloody Trains, on the other hand.
You turn people's heads into juice, and I don't know why. But that's only if they blow up.
To make them warm.
Yeah, I still don't understand.
And if they freeze to death, they also blow up. I think it's political.
Honestly, I think you're probably right. I kind of want to track down the developer and ask them. I don't know if they speak English, so...
By the way, yeah, look, Okami is at grade 57. He's definitely got the hang of it. Remember, Okami is really the only player today for this match who is in risk of not making it into the bracket. So if Okami comes in first, that's going to be huge. Definitely solidifying his place.
Well, what'll be interesting if Okami comes in first, we will have nobody with a perfect record.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
Who here is still with a perfect record? Oh, of course, every other player.
Okami.
Everyone,
Everybody
yeah.
but Okami.
Okami is not.
I'm sorry it's late and I haven't napped and I can't do maths. Maths are hard. Numbers are dumb.
I know, right? Stupid numbers.
Numbers paid me the medium bucks, though, so...
Wow.
Well, I don't get paid the big bucks, but it's better than, like, being an English teacher.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's adjunct instructor. Let me go ahead and correct you. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying I make more money than English teachers. Right? Whether or not you want to take offense to that because you're an adjunct professor is beyond me.
Bro, do you also get a fancy job title to make you feel better about your terrible job?
No, it's just adjunct instructor. That's it. They make me sound like they built a building and then they built meat on the side of the building. Yeah, I'm an adjunct.
I always love those. I love the fancy job titles. Things like adjunct instructor and what is it with doctors? Locum, isn't it? When it's a doctor who's essentially called in to cover for another doctor.
Yeah, can you put that on a resume? I was a I don't know.
A locum doctor. I would assume so, yes. If you're kind of a locum for a local general practice or something like that.
I'm really glad I'm only instructing online this year. Yeah.
Is that because of COVID?
Yeah.
Or just because you're just doing an online class only?
Well, I mean, it is an online class only, but yeah, it's
an
online
class
because of COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, would it have been online if, COVID not been a thing?
It might have still been online. I don't know. They don't tell me. They don't tell me these things. Why do you think they would give me any information about what I'm going to be teaching?
Yeah, come on, man. He doesn't get paid the medium bucks. We've been over this.
Oh, I get paid the baby bucks. Little baby dollar bills, baby checks coming into my mail, and I'm like, oh, that little teeny tiny check.
Whatever. If you can still eat burritos at the end of the day.
A little baby burritos.
That's all you can ask for, really. To derail this and actually talk about the game for a second, it looks like Okami's kind of flow of this is to build up a lot of lives on the early levels of a loop, and then
just use them
spend them
for cell division.
on the later ones. Although I've just noticed that on grade 61, we're back to only 4 enemies on this level again.
Weird. Maybe it gets easier. Nope.
Maybe it does. Maybe at this point it has actually just looped back to the very first
Because
level.
the next one's 6 guys instead of...
Oh.
Cadis is saying he thinks respawn time is faster on these later loops. That would make sense. And also
That's
you've
also
got
possible.
this one that's just like spazzing out. Or that's right. That is not a word that I'm supposed to use anymore. Okay, try to remove that.
That is a very offensive term in the UK, and I've had to remove a few terms from my vocabulary that I've since learned are offensive in America. So
okay, I will try to remove that from my vocabulary. Well, it's just going back and forth, doing that thing, doing dance. It's dancing.
I kind of wonder if some of that is it responding to button presses. If you're kind of trying to tap back and forth to sort of move, but also slow your inertia.
There we go. It's
because-
XYZing out. There we go. We got a new verb for it. Xyzing out. See,
Is a hollow voice going to intone something if you say that out loud?
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna say something bad if I say that. Yeah, just so you know, everybody, we are trying to be mindful of everybody who watches, which means that I'm gonna say dumb things on occasion, and it is fine to correct me. Just don't yell.
I mean, I feel like half of the job of people who are with you in commentary is to kind of babysit you.
Oh my... You want me to disconnect right now, Faizu? You want me to do that? You want me to go ahead and hit the little red phone button?
If we're gonna be fancy, the name for it is "We Are His Handlers."
Oh my gosh.
Do we get fancy job titles to do with this, though? Can we be his adjunct handlers or something?
Yes, your new official title.
You're my
is
adjunct
handler.
Lorem ipsum. It's what you are to me, Faizu.
All right, I need to add that to my list of titles. Adjunct lorem ipsum.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm admin. I just give myself whatever title I want whenever I want.
That is genuinely what I do with my actual work email signature. Constantly. I just change it.
I was actually proud for a while in Ku5ogrande. In the Discord, I had earned every single title you could give out. But that's not the case anymore, because I haven't played in Ku5ogrande 4 and 5.
Yeah, you're also not a Ku5ogrande champion.
I am not a Ku5ogrande champion.
Melos has really been struggling on this stage. Oh, grade 39
It's a rough stage.
But luckily Melos has tons of lives.
Yep.
I just feel like
17 lives.
you got to figure out how to manipulate the stupid Deuteronomy dudes.
This is the problem with this one as well, is that that level is pretty much entirely slopes, and that means that your controls get kind of messed up, and you can very, very easily get yourself into a corner that's very difficult to get out of without the finest of control. Because it's digital controls as well, not analog. Fine control is... let's just say analog would probably make playing this game a fair bit simpler.
Yeah, I think if this had like an analog stick for control, it'd be real good. But it'd have control similar to the arcade Marble Madness, right? Which just use a trackball.
Someone should get on that. Someone should remake something like this for Steam.
I love that Blasphemous roars like, you solved my concern that my games aren't bad enough for Ku5ogrande because this looks amazing. And I'm like...
I maintain, I think this is a good game.
Especially for the MSX. Like, it doesn't look like MSX. Which is a huge, like,
to be fair,
compliment.
right, you're using this, as a way, that forgives all ills. You were also going to bat for whatever, your stupid duck game.
I'd rather play my
Atari
stupid duck
800.
game than Xyzolog, this one. Xyzolog. I don't know.
I don't think Alf has anything to do with this.
I'd rather play Alf than this. Like, this is not a game that I would particularly enjoy playing for very long. And a full hour of this, I think I would be angry.
It's a good thing for you then that we stopped doing Ku5ogrande revenge rounds, isn't it?
I mean, we could always pick those up someday.
Well, I figure that we kind of replaced those with the sub-choice games anyway, so...
I need to get caught up on those. Maybe this next week, because I'm done with the Demon Rush.
And hopefully you'll have your... Well, you've got your Big Bad Gameathon submission to get sorted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to work on some of that tomorrow, because they're due Friday.
What are you going to submit?
I'm not saying.
Well, I'll find out by Friday anyway, so you might as well just tell me.
Well, how about no?
Oh yeah, but he doesn't necessarily want to tell everyone else who's watching.
Well, I also need to find out by Friday what I'm submitting.
See, that's what I figured it was going to be.
Shut up,
we
Corday!
don't know.
Shut up!
I would say shut up and we're playing our video games, except he's not. He hasn't figured out what he's going to play yet.
Shut up! I'm trying to figure out what video games to play!
Oh, I've
Go ahead.
I've only submitted one thing for BBG so far, and it's a game that's not actually out yet. But I will move heaven and earth to make sure that I have that ready.
I really hope we see that, even if it's not for the full time you've given us.
Yes.
I guess maybe I should go check that out, because I have no idea what game you're talking about. I did look at the list.
Impressive.
It's definitely the meme game for BBG.
Yeah, but there are a number of other things as well that are being worked on, and some stuff I'm tempted to work on, and there's so many possibilities. And everyone in chat should also submit something to Big Bad Gameathon.
Yeah, I do have some games that I'm thinking about.
I mean, we do also accept really weird showcases and things like that too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a super high quality speedrun.
It doesn't even have to necessarily be bad. We have a weird game block.
We do.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be doing a game for Big Bad Gameathon this year.
Good lord.
Why?
Because it's a huge pain to try to do all of the restreaming at the same time and then try to go play.
Oh, okay.
So unless I could literally get it first where I could alter the overall setup for it to do the game and then just like swap over.
Okay, Chad.
What you're saying is that we need...
Let me tell you all. You notice how we're not talking about the game? It's not my fault this time. Because this game is the same 20 levels over and over again, and then Corndan and Pfizer are like, let's talk about Big Bad Gameathon.
Well, Big Bad Gameathon's worth talking about.
Yeah, exactly. The game's not.
and so people are asking, why am I not resubmitting Homie Declon? Because I literally did it last year, and outside of one new glitch we found, the run's the exact same.
Yeah,
we gotta see that glitch.
I mean, you could submit it, but I don't think we'd accept it.
Here's the thing. You'll see that glitch in a month.
Yes.
Ah, crap. Somebody already submitted Rad Gravity. Well, okay.
Well, make it a race. Done.
No, he'll kick my butt.
That's okay. I'm almost certainly going to be part of a race in which I'm going to get destroyed, so it's fine.
I mean, if you do want a, a race, bro, we could always bring back the U Testament.
I mean, oh my gosh, yeah.
If you want
we
race,
do have
bro,
a Doritos game submitted. Yeah, speaking about Cheetos and Doritos earlier on, it's a Doritos game.
Bro,
and yeah, there's no Journey to the Center of the Earth, because I haven't even been able to complete the game.
Bro.
Yeah?
If you want to race, you could always go back to Athena.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Back to the Future, and I would have been glad to do that.
Well...
No, we're not having Back to the Future again this year unless something happens.
Yeah, maybe. It's been in every single one so far, though, so...
Oh my gosh.
See, that's the thing. Part of me likes having Back to the Future in there every single time, but the joke is perhaps wearing a little bit thin at this point.
You know what you could do, bro? I believe you promised to sub 20 on something.
No. No, well, maybe I can submit it for like an hour estimate and then be like, goal is sub 20. That means I'd actually have to put work into that, and I don't want to. Oh, there's an iCarly game that got submitted, so, you know, that's about, like...
There's good stuff in there that's been submitted.
We possibly shouldn't talk about all of the submissions, especially because we haven't actually vetted a lot of them, or we have made zero decisions on what's going to be in, what's not.
I'm just just to get people excited, because there could be, it might not make it in, but that's been submitted, somebody worked on it. You never, like, if there's some dumb, stupid game that you play and enjoy, then submit it.
Absolutely.
You know, doesn't mean we'll accept it, but the worst case scenario, you just don't get to play in Big Bad Game-a-thon.
Yeah, that's about it. You got nothing to lose by submitting.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you might want a video to submit on Big Bad Game-a-thon, well, I guess you probably can't do it by Friday. Don't Make Us Bored is a good place to submit it first.
Oh my gosh. Okami apparently is on to loop 5 and back to grade 1.
So yes, It does end after 100 levels.
What? Okay, cool.
The score is still going.
Why?
Let's see how many enemies appear on the second.
I guess
stage.
there is no sympathy for Okami. That's what I'm getting from this. At least from chat here.
I feel like if Okami game's over, or game overs, game's over, game overs. If Okami has a game over here, I think it's still entirely possible for Melos to catch up.
Yes.
Technically, I suppose it's possible for Lightyear and Novasol to catch up as well. I just think it's a bit less likely. I think Novasol might be going for... I think that might be a final run attempt, because I know that they reset it just before, which is perfectly fair.
Yeah, I know. Like, honestly, everybody still has a pretty good chance for a push. I think the players have figured out the basic mechanics, how enemies move, why they move a certain way, how to manipulate a little bit. And that's the name of the game. Manipulate the enemies, conserve your lives in the levels where, you know, it's easier, and then waste your lives in order to save yourself in the more difficult levels.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that the only way anyone else is going to catch up at this point and actually clinch first is if Okami completely gets a game over.
I mean, that could
only Melos could catch up.
Yeah, I'd agree there. Only Melos really has a shot. But look at Melos's lives, 24 lives?
Yeah. Melos can afford to lose 1 life a minute for the remainder of the time, and they will still have lives to spare.
One every time they clear a board.
Yeah, honestly, there's still a lot of enemies showing up for Okami, so I do think Cadis is right. I don't know for sure if it's the original difficulty. It might be, but it might not. I'm not sure if difficulty is actually a thing for this game.
The difficulty definitely increases between loop 1 and 2. I can confirm that much at least. Beyond that, unknown territory.
Yeah, in essence, because we haven't seen an ending, I wouldn't consider it ended. The game keeps going. You're an orb for life.
That's the thing. The game is still keeping track of the score. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's still going.
Oh, yeah. You're an orb until the day you die, everybody.
Or until the day the score overflows and the game crashes.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
That would be excellent. I'd like to see that.
Having an overflow game crash. Oh, come on.
Yeah, let's have a Ku5ogrande game end with a kill screen.
I would be down for it.
That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, Okami is just destroying this at the moment, though.
Yeah, I am actually a little bit surprised. I mean, yeah, he's good at Orb 3D, which is 0% like this game.
They've both got orbs. Okami just does well in games with orbs.
1% like this game. You don't even control the orb in Orb 3D.
They've both got orbs in them, though, and Okami is good at games with orbs. Games which prominently feature orbs. Games which have orbs in starring roles. Or possibly orbing roles, because they're not star-shaped.
Wow. I mean, I guess if you had a button, the orb would go up and down. Sort of. Like, in depth.
In 1,000 pieces.
In 3D.
So what you're saying is that we should have some sort of, I don't know, orb 3D?
Yes.
That seems like a really good idea. Someone should make that happen.
I want this to end. I don't like this game.
I kind of want this to end, but that's mostly because I've got a headache coming on.
I want
I want to go and sit in a dark room.
I want to sleep.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, and this is like a lullaby music for me. Lullabies in my family were kind of scary.
So that's what a lullaby sounds like?
I was going to say, are we going to get another wonderful story about Bro's childhood here?
Unfortunately, no. I don't remember anything that my parents would sing.
Right now, your thing just sounds like the scene transition music from Batman, like the 1960s show.
My gosh. No, I'm doing this game. I'm doing whatever it's called. Xyzolog. Xyzolog music. Yeah.
That seems like a decent pronunciation.
No, my parents sang all the classic kid songs, I bet. I don't know, I don't remember. I was a baby. My mom also sang a lot of Beach Boys. And then when my uncle got influence over us, we had like songs like the Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Not really a convenient bedtime song, but, you know.
Is that just kind of a standard thing for uncles to be sort of vaguely terrible and corrupting towards their nieces and nephews?
He is the best uncle, okay?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I've got 3 nieces, and I'd like to think that I'm that sort of terrible and brilliant uncle.
I definitely am. I need to go visit them and corrupt them a little bit more.
I mean,
yeah, I don't see mine nearly enough, considering that they live literally a 10-minute walk away from me. But it's probably the fact that they are so close means that I don't feel, you know, it's so easy to go and see them that it doesn't feel like I need to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, just because of quarantine stuff, I'm not going to go visit any family right now. So I'm just sitting at home thinking, ugh.
Yes,
I wanna get out.
We thankfully have had no confirmed cases for 60 days at this point, so it's actually fairly safe for me to go out and do things.
Oh yeah, our state, Utah, we only have like several hundred a day. It's fine.
I mean, it's a lot easier for us because we are a tiny island and we can just shut the borders and everyone listens to quarantine rules.
You're like Madagascar? Which one?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
We shut all of the borders.
Man, that's why you start the virus in Phaizu's town. See, they made it. The virus made a mistake. Okay.
Corndan has had to drop out of the call for the time being. Unfortunately, I'm being told. So
it's fine.
I'm your only adjunct caretaker for the moment.
Gross. I need a doctor. I need a doctor stat. Gotta get this adjunct off.
Your adjunct Lauren Ipsum?
Oh yeah, that one. Never mind, I like that adjunct. You can stay.
Alright, Okami is down to 0 lives.
Oh no! Oh, that's less than 1. Oh, never mind. He's up to 1.
I'm kind of curious to see if Okami gets a game over, although I don't know if there's any hope of anyone else catching up at this point.
That's fine.
Well, I'm... Part of me wants to see a game over from Okami, and part of me really doesn't.
I think it's gonna happen. Oh
I think
my
so
gosh,
too.
Okami! Oh my gosh, why are you stressing me out like this? Oh my gosh.
Oh, these moves on Okami's screen are so close. I have no idea who's in 3rd or 4th, incidentally, but I'm sure that Katus does.
I don't want to be stressed out because of this game. Okami, calm your butt. Oh my gosh. Ah, he dead! Okay, last life. Last life for Okami. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna live?
Stage 20 is normally a life or 2 lost here, and can't afford to sell divide. I don't think there's enough time for Melos to catch up 50 levels in 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okami. Oh, that is it for Okami. Grade 20 on the second full loop. I guess grade 100.
Yeah, that's level, I guess, 120 or 119, maybe? I guess
Okay,
120.
Okami is not going to be playing anymore.
Yeah, that seems entirely fair.
I'm going to go ahead and invite Okami to come chat since, yeah, there's no way he's going to be getting caught back up.
Yeah, that seems absolutely fair.
Yeah, hello there, Okami. Welcome.
Did I do good?
Yeah,
I'd say so, yeah.
you could still technically come in second, possibly, but
It's highly unlikely.
yeah, it's very unlikely that that's going to happen because you did better than you should have.
Okay, cool. Alright, if I pull up the stream then, since I'm basically not gonna get another attempt in.
Fine, fine. Let me see. Where's the... Yeah, let me go ahead and turn your stream off then. Yeah, go ahead. Oh my gosh. So, talk to me a little bit. What are your thoughts of this game? Mr.
You know,
you made it to essentially the 100th stage.
You know, I hate to say it because this is the 2730 match here. This is a contender for my favorite game so far in Ku5ogrande between this and last season.
See, I think this is a good game as well.
It's my kind of jam. That's the thing.
I don't like the music. I hate the music.
And it also didn't seem to get much more difficult as I went on. So because it seemed like the game looped after you got through 20 stages.
Yep.
But it didn't seem to really go up much at all in difficulty. Sometimes the blob things might have like a different sort of pattern. Because I gotta say, for these weird green blob things, they have a few different patterns for how they move.
Mm-hmm.
The worst one easily has to be when they move based on how you're moving. So if you're moving left, they move up, something like that. Because it's so aggravating trying to dodge them. Because I found a lot of the times they just get in my way and I can't get past them. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna sacrifice a life to kill them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Which, I mean, if you had plenty of lives, big deal. You got a new life every level, so it was doable.
Yeah, the back end of the stages were kind of difficult, but the first few stages seemed to be pretty good for racking up some lives. And I mean,
Yeah,
if you use up one life trying to get rid of some of them, but still don't die, then you basically have a zero-sum stage. Like, you don't get any lives from it, but you also don't lose any lives, since you get a life after every stage.
I thought that was a really interesting mechanic, that you have a chance of killing enemies around you, although there's a chance you might miss as well, but it will cost you a life to do so.
Yep. But
you also get a life every stage, so you've got kind of a neat little risk-reward thing going on.
I was also not expecting the game to loop back around the grade numbers after beating stage 80.
Well, neither did we.
Well, we've all learned something today.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sad I couldn't keep my run going for the entire hour, but you know, I voluntarily up into this match with 30 pointers, so with how I did, I am more than happy with that.
Yeah, I'd say that you did pretty well.
Yeah, I think you've done just fine. I was kind of hoping to see you keep going for the full hour. I was sort of hoping that if the score hits 999,999, the game might crash.
That would have been good. I guess I'll have to experiment with this game a little bit more later.
We might find out in the future. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the things that you did, I was super worried about. And I was stressed out about there. You had a lot of close calls.
Yeah, like once I got the idea of the layout of the stages, I could kind of come up with a strategy for how to go about them. Usually, like trying to save one of the corner ones for last, because in a lot of these stages, that was the hardest one to both get to and also like get out of the way of the blobs and get back to safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering a little bit. Since you said that this is possibly one of your favorite games that you've played on Ku5ogrande, what else has been up there on that list? What have you enjoyed the most?
For what I've played in Ku5ogrande?
Yeah.
Doom Troopers was pretty good. I had to play that last season.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That's an unexpected answer if that's the game I'm thinking of. I'm going to have to Google this and make sure. Yeah, that's the game I was thinking of.
Novasol is pretty much done. Right now, Melos and Lightyear are the two we're watching. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Okami first, Melos second, Lightyear third, Novasol fourth. I might be wrong about that, but honestly, you know, with this result, everybody is going to be moving on to the bracket.
Yep.
And that's such a huge relief.
I know, you were the only one in danger.
And now I'm the one who's preventing any 40s. Yay!
Yeah, you...
Yeah, if Melos can't manage to do, I think, 20 levels in the next 3 minutes, then... Yeah,
Melos essentially has to do a full loop, because I think I ended on the stage he's on now.
Yes, pretty much. You are on stage 100, I think.
Effectively, yeah. Sorry, it was stage 20, my bad.
Wow. Yeah, Novasol is saying in Discord, by the way, that he thinks that the game is fun.
He seems to think that the game's over now.
No, yeah. As far as we're concerned, it's still tracking the score, so the game is still ongoing. It's kept track of your lives and your score, so hey.
Yeah. Although with 2 minutes on the clock, it's gonna be an ask for him to make it up to where I was.
I don't know if that's there's not much time.
That would be what, one level every 6 or 7 seconds?
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I mean, good on him if he manages to pull it. I wouldn't be able to be angry about that.
Yeah. By the way, Novasol is saying that, you know, he liked the game, thought it was fun, but he is not patient. And I think that is a key factor in a lot of these levels.
Yes.
Yeah, patience really helped with this game.
Which is... I think that's... Sorry, go on.
Don't go for tiles if you might be in risk of dying. Also be ready to waste a life at any moment so you can kill a bunch of blobs.
Yeah.
Always be ready for that possibility.
I feel as well like this is one of those really dangerous games where if you die a few times early on, you'll feel the urge to rush to try and catch up to where you were. And so it kind of becomes a panic loop.
Well, good news, I didn't have to go through that panic loop.
I would go ahead.
Yeah, no, you only died once.
One thing that I do have to say about this game is that, you know, it never caught on, but it has some good ideas, especially the spending a life in order to possibly protect yourself just to have things be consistent, but you always get another life for the next level. Like, that is something that I don't know if I've seen any game pull it off as successfully as this. And that's something that, you know, game devs, if you're looking for ideas that are not used that often, that might be one.
I think that's a really cool mechanic. I really, really like the different ways that the enemy green blob things that do move, or whatever they were called in the terrible lore that you read before. I think that the way that they work and function is really clever and really manipulates the way that you have to play.
I think you're right. Well, you know, I'm done with the cleverness because it's time. We are done with this match. Oh my gosh. Okami with the upset coming in first, making it so that nobody in the Ku5ogrande group stage gets a perfect score. That's right. Everybody had at least one second, third, or fourth place.
I have made 3 enemies in brackets this day.
Maybe. Like, but all of you are going to be moving on to the bracket. It's fine. Yeah, Lightyear is saying that was extremely nerve-wracking. Melos had very sweaty hands. Melos definitely made a lot of progress. Lightyear comes in third, Novasol in fourth. Like, there is a huge spread for how the different players did.
Yeah, holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that, and that's crazy.
Novasol is saying that this is his kryptonite, and you know, all of us have kryptonite. You just never know what it is until, bam, it whacks you in the face. Clark Kent didn't. Okay, he's just running around beat-bopping, flying through the sky. Woo! I'm Superman / Clark Kent, and I am invincible. And then suddenly a little rock shows up. He's like, I'm a big wimp. Ah! Yeah, that's Superman for you. You like him now? So
and that is all of Superman's lore condensed down by Brossentia.
Yeah. That's how Superman works. So everybody, you should know, don't be Superman. At least when he's like, because that's bad. Okami, I'm so glad that you're able to come and chat a little bit with us. We're going to raid someone, but before we do, are you doing anything over at your stream that people should know about?
Yeah, I've mentioned before that I do Retro Book Club over at my stream.
I've heard this like 3 times in the last week now.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's a fun time. We get together people, we all pick out games, and we play them for half an hour. We're always open to new people joining, so if that's something that sounds like your kind of thing, hit me up on Discord. I'll hook you up with this. What did we even have last week that was interesting? Well, Power Shovel came up, which which was in Ku5ogrande for a 5B match.
Oh yeah, that was a great game.
There was also some good games in there. WarioWare, Ghouls and Ghosts. You know, it's not exclusively bad games.
It's just a grad bag. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, you need to poke me sometime because I definitely need to check that out. I give you permission to give me a poke the next time you do it.
All right. I mean, I could give you a poke. Signups are currently open. I usually close signups on on Tuesdays.
Sure. Post a link in the stream if you would like, and possibly send one to me as well. That would be completely fine.
I will. I'll drop a link to my Discord in the Twitch chat.
You know what? I see. Let's go ahead and raid. We're going to raid Blasphemous Roar. He's preparing a Big Bad Game-a-thon submission. He does not have very many people watching, so let's rate him. Remember, submissions close Friday. Yeah, so you need to get submissions in ASAP. Thank you, everybody who subscribed, everybody who followed. You're helping support the stream, purchase prizes, and keeping me fed. So all of that is pretty dang awesome. Okami, I hope you do well in the bracket. Okay, do we have a good raid message?
Oh, what was even played today?
Oh, you fool. I like that one.
You fool.
Fool.
That's the winning message.
That works.
Go tell. Well, I mean, Cut was pretty good as well, but you fool, go yell that at Blasphemous Roar. You can also yell in Chinese if you really want. Okay, see you all later this week, Tuesday night. Don't make us bored, and later on, I will be preparing some submissions too. Okay, bye Okami, bye Faizu.
See you later, bro.
Bye.